chickadees, welcome into today's episode of Mojo Mysticism. It's likely going to get a little spicy up in here today. So I've been feeling a little bit spunky and definitely punchy in a fun way. So who knows what this is going to bring. So we are going to pull once again from the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid and Alberto Viodo. Colette and I are going to have a really good laugh about all of my scheming about how we're going to be besties and all that stuff that's been going on for, the better part of a year now. So this will be fun. So I'm going to meet her in September, and that's when it's going to get fun. So, but let's see what our guides have for us today. Maybe I'm feeling a little spunky because my voice is starting to come back. Who knows? And definitely because I got my eyelashes fixed from yesterday, so thank God. So the whole universe is happy about that today. But so let's just tune in and just ask our guides, what do we need to know today? What is a message for all of us today? So we've got one card that has come out. What do we need to know? I mean, I can just feel it. So I'm laughing because I can feel this energy that, has had me kind of bouncing all day and is gonna, who knows what's gonna happen. We'll just see. So, but this has been going on for the better part of the afternoon, so we'll see. So we've got 3 cards that have come out. Oh my goodness. Okay, the first card is one we saw yesterday, so excuse me, I'm a little choked up over that. Not really. So the first card we have, again, this was the third card yesterday. This is card number 6, Cosmic Womb. This is the Divine Feminine that is coming into our lives. And remember yesterday, if you didn't see it, go back and watch it so you kind of understand the context. But yesterday, what we were talking about was whatever's coming next for us, because we were kind of in this boring period, and maybe that's why they got me a little revved up this afternoon, so that it's not, so the message that's boring isn't quite so boring. Who knows? But the Divine Feminine is kind of the representation, and the Cosmic Womb is the representation of us being in this gestation period for what's coming next. And what's coming next in our lives is going to be a representation of the Divine Feminine in a myriad of ways. Okay, so it doesn't mean that it's going to be the Divine Feminine necessarily showing up in 3-dimensional form. It's nothing like that. But what it does mean is that we're likely going to be moved in a way to express the Divine Feminine that is in every single one of us. It does not matter what gender you're assigned, what gender you align with, how you feel on the inside, how you look on the outside. None of that matters. We all have the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine in our makeup and in our DNA and in our spiritual kind of soul level creation that we are, and it gets expressed in different ways. So that's the Cosmic Womb, card number 1. The second card we got today, this is Winter's Dream. This is card number 63. I mean, you can't make this shit up. This is gestation period. Gee, I don't know. What were we talking about yesterday? The boredom being part of the gestation period. So there you go. So there you have it. And then the third card we got today is card number 52. This is Straddling Straddling Worlds. This is wandering between the realms. And this is literally a mirror card to what we got yesterday as well. So the message, this makes perfect sense, because the message today is a continuation of the message we got yesterday, which is, if you are bored, right? Because we've had a lot of spicy things kind of happen on this channel and a lot of spicy readings. But yesterday it really took a turn into like, hey, this is mundane, right? This is going to be like smooth sailing, like put this thing on a heavy rotation, this whole idea of us living in this place between these two worlds and allowing and understanding that two things can be true at once, right? And I think yesterday we talked about happiness and sadness and joy and grief, but also the old and the new, right? And right now, I've got that happening in, I'm going to say, at least half of the areas of my life where I've got this straddling between worlds, right? Where I'm trying to walk and chew gum, literally. So, well, actually, yes, literally and figuratively in many different areas. And likely you're in that place too. Our lives are continuing to become more and more complex. There are more and more layers that are happening that we are existing within. And we have to really be in a place where we can balance, balance more than one thing. And that was literally the mirror card to Straddling Worlds today, was the balancing act card that we got yesterday. So, yeah, the message is still the same. It's exactly the same, only different. It's more boring. So, no, actually, it's really interesting because the gestation period came out and gave us a little bit more clarity on why cosmic womb is there, right? Just the whole idea that when we go through gestation periods of any kind, any species on the planet that is giving birth or reproducing, any plant that's kind of regenerating itself, anytime we're in that phase of our lives, which we are in when we are between worlds, is that gestation period. And there is a component of that that is incredibly boring. Like, go take a nap kind of boring. Because the new isn't quite fully formed and here yet, and the old hasn't quite gone away, and we're in that balancing act, in that straddling worlds place, and it can be very mundane and very boring, but it can also lead you to frustration. Okay, so if we don't really understand that that's what's going on, and that this gestation period and the boredom that comes with it is a necessary part of the process, we get distracted. And we get distracted, if you're like me, I get distracted by pretty much anything. I'll usually kind of make a list, actually, of the things that have potential to distract me, because there are many, many things. I will find anything to do, and I mean anything, rather than sit down and meditate again, right? Because, and I'm being facetious here, and also not facetious when I say I've gone 5 days and I haven't had a big breakthrough or a big download, and I'm in this gestation period and I'm between worlds and balancing this stuff, and it's very, very boring right now. So why would I bother to meditate? That, my friends, is the reason that you meditate. Okay? We don't meditate to have the peak experiences. If that's why you're doing it, okay, but it's not going to get you very far. We meditate and we do the practices that we do, and we connect with our guidance so that we can have all of our life experiences, the peaks, the valleys, and everything in between. So do not fall again for the temptation that happens when we're bored, right? When we're like, yeah, nothing's really happening right now. I'm just going to wait. Maybe next week I'll meditate. Yeah, don't do that. Keep your practice steady. Keep your connection and your alignment, whatever that looks like, whatever your practice is, whatever your connection and your alignment is, keep it steady. Keep it steady right now. Let it be boring and think about it like a vacation, because the crazy times, like the peak experiences that we all love, those are great and they're going to come back. They ebb and flow just like everything else. And then those valley experiences where things are rough, and we've got decisions to make, and we've got conflict in our lives, or we've got, things that are happening that we're uncomfortable with. Those are going to come too. So enjoy the middle time that's boring, but don't get distracted by the temptation to walk away from whatever your practice looks like. So that's what we're looking at again today. Cosmic womb, the divine feminine. It is coming, but it is still in the winter's dream, in that gestation period that can get really, really boring. And we are straddling worlds. So we are between what was and what will be. And both things are true at once. And I remember a year ago, I was told that my life's going to be very different, and it already is very different than it was a year ago. And I was told by my guides, I was told, hey, you got about 18 months and everything is going to change. And I thought, what are you talking about? Because, I get a little sassy with my guides every now and then. And, they could not have been more right. And I see that now. And about 10 months in, I really started to see what they were unfolding for me. And months, the first few months, I was like, how in the world is this going to happen? Right? That was the thing. It's like, I don't see it. I don't understand. I want the entire, and if you go back and look at the videos, I talk a lot about wanting to fill in the blanks because I didn't know how I was going to get from A to Z, right? And the blanks, they weren't filling them in fast enough for me. So I was like, here, give me a pencil. Let me help you. I'll fill in the blanks. We can just do this my way and it'll be great. Until it isn't. So I started filling in the blanks and they were like, oh girl, like, is somebody gonna pop some popcorn around here? Because this show's gonna get fun. And that's what my guys were saying. And so they're sitting there eating their popcorn, just watching me make a train wreck out of everything because I don't know the plan. And me making up the plan doesn't help. Me settling in and letting the boredom and the old life and the new life be in that balance, right? Be in that coexistence together in whatever form they're in, right? Even if the new is complete unknowing, allowing that to be the case was what they wanted me to do. Because what they have taught me over the last year, and now I'm just on a diatribe, so you're welcome. But what they've really taught me over the last year is how to trust. How to trust. That's really what it comes down to. So when I started filling in the blanks, they were just like, oh, this is going to be fun. And they watched me kind of mess it all up. And, and it wasn't that I really necessarily made a mess out of things, but I had all of my own things like in an order, a nice little list ready. And, I was ready to check off boxes and all that. And they're like, oh, girl, no, that's not how this is happening. And so I learned to be okay with the boredom. And that set in at about, I want to say about month 4 into this last 12-month period. It kind of set in then, and then it was like, okay, let's be okay with the boredom. And that lasted until about, I want to say month, maybe 8. I'd have to go back and look at it. So it'd be good to kind of go back and look at my journal. But that was there for a while. And then I started getting lots and lots and lots and lots of downloads, right? Things coming one right after another. And those still happen, but there's also periods where nothing happens. And that's where the boredom can come in. And so I've just really, really learned to trust them, to trust my guidance. So much so that I have a depth of commitment to them. I think I've mentioned this on the channel a few months ago, that I have a depth of commitment to my guidance that I've never had before in my entire life. And that's really refreshing, frankly. So when you're in this gestation period, which we're all in right now, in one way or another, our job is to just relax and be patient and go with the flow of our lives, right? Look for the opportunities. It's not like we just sit there, we don't take action. We take action on the things that are true opportunities that come to us, and our guidance says, yes, let's move in this direction, right? That's true path to our most excitement and aligns with where we're at. And but otherwise, we don't have to make stuff up to do. And that's the other thing. We've talked a lot about efforting on this channel. So, this is a time to kind of sit back, allow the boredom to be there, let the gestation happen, enjoy the process of that, and learn the insights and the beauty that period has to teach you while you're between worlds. So, all right, chickadees. I'm going to let it go there, and I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you here tomorrow. Mwah.